The young and the restless, spoilers, full. Oh my God, you guys. Literally stop whatever you are doing right now. Welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful, chaotic day in the neighborhood, and I am genuinely about to lose my actual mind over what is happening in Genoa City today. Okay? I am literally filming this while I'm running errands, sitting in the Target parking lot with a rapidly melting iced coffee, because I just had to jump on here and vent before my brain completely short circuits. You guys, I am deceased. Send help. My soul has actually left my body, and I am floating somewhere above the steering wheel right now. We need to talk about this Chancellor Industries drama between Billy Abbott and Lily Winters immediately, because the tea I just heard is so insanely unhinged that I am physically vibrating. I was mid-skincare this morning, literally had a charcoal mask smeared all over my face, and when I saw this update, I legit yeeted my phone across the rug. My rug is ruined, besties, but I don't even care, because the stakes of this corporate war are astronomical, and we are about to witness the most world-ending plot twist of the century. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Let me catch you up, just in case you haven't been paying attention to the absolute dumpster fire that is the Jabot and Chancellor merger situation. So basically, Billy Boy Abbott is currently on his worst behavior, which, let's be real, is his default setting. He has been running around town, straight up bragging to anyone who will listen, Audra, Sally, Kane, literally a brick wall, that the Abbott family rightfully owns Chancellor Industries. Why? Because he dug up some ancient, dusty paperwork claiming that his father, the legendary John Abbott, gave a massive loan to Philip Chancellor decades ago, and it was never repaid. Billy is genuinely acting like he just discovered the Holy Grail in the Jabot archives. He is so smug, so arrogant, and so utterly obsessed with this takeover that I am personally offended by his audacity. And don't even get me started on the vibes over in Lily Winters' camp, because she is officially on my do not perceive list right now. Honestly, bestie, be for real right now. Lily is standing her ground, completely refusing to believe a single word that comes out of Billy's mouth. She is looking at him like he is an actual clown, basically telling him that his proof is completely fabricated, fake news, and a desperate delusion. Lily is demanding hard, undeniable evidence that Billy isn't just making this up to feed his own ego. She thinks he is completely unhinged, and honestly, she's not wrong, but she is also being so incredibly stubborn that it is making my blood pressure spike. She even went to Jack to try and pay off the ancient loan just to make Billy go away. The absolute disrespect. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier. But the tension between Billy and Lily is so thick you could cut it with a chainsaw. Billy is basically hyperventilating in every scene because he wants this so badly. He wants to prove that he is a worthy Abbott, that he can protect the family legacy, and that he isn't just the screw-up brother who gambles away yachts and ruins everything he touches. He is screaming into the void, wishing with every fiber of his being that John Abbott were here to validate him. He keeps saying, if Dad were here, he would tell you. He would back me up. It is giving major daddy issues, and I am totally living for the psychological meltdown. Billy is essentially begging the universe for John Abbott to manifest and prove Lily wrong. Well, you guys, be careful what you wish for, because I am literally shaking as I say this. Stop what you are doing. The rumor mill is completely on fire, and the word on the street is that John Abbott is returning to settle this dispute once and for all. Did I say that yet? Oh, my brain is mush. Moving on. Yes, John Abbott, the patriarch, the legend, the man who has been dead for almost 2 decades. Someone is coming back to resolve this massive conflict between Billy and Lily, and all signs point to the ultimate Abbott patriarch making his grand, world-shattering return. I am genuinely unwell. I need a paper bag to breathe into. Now, let's dissect this tea with absolute cinematic mayhem, because we have two incredibly unhinged possibilities here, and I am spiraling over both of them. Possibility number one, there is a 10% chance that John Abbott is actually alive. I know, I sound like a conspiracy theorist who hasn't slept in 3 days, but hear me out. This is a soap opera. People come back from the dead more often than I wash my hair. What if John Abbott faked his death? What if he was kidnapped and held hostage on a private island for the last 20 years? What if Victor Newman had him locked in a basement this entire time just to mess with Jack? I am calling it if John Abbott walks through the doors of the GCAC in the flesh. The villain arc is about to go nuclear. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. The John is alive theory is totally extra and zero chill, but let's be realistic for a second. The logistics of John Abbott being alive would literally break the timeline, and my grip on reality is already slipping enough as it is. So let's look at possibility number two, which is the 90% likelihood, but honestly, it is just as dramatic and cinematic. John Abbott left behind a secret video confession, a hidden message, a final will and testament recorded on a dusty VHS tape that has been sitting in a safety deposit box or hidden behind a portrait at the Abbott mansion all these years. Can you even imagine the sheer cinematic drama of this moment? Picture it. The Chancellor boardroom. The lighting is moody. The tension is palpable. Lily is sitting there with her arms crossed, looking absolutely flawless but furious. Cain and Adam are lurking in the background like the problematic menaces they are. Billy is pacing back and forth, chewing his gum aggressively, looking like he is about to burst a blood vessel. And then someone, maybe Jack, maybe Tracy, maybe a mysterious lawyer we've never seen before, wheels in an old school TV and VCR combo. Or maybe they plug in a USB drive, I don't know. I'm getting distracted by the aesthetics. The point is, the screen flickers to life, and there he is. John Abbott. I am literally crying real tears, just visualizing this. John Abbott sitting in his classic leather chair, looking directly into the camera, ready to drop the absolute biggest truth bomb in the history of Genoa City. This video is going to explain the entire truth about the Philip Chancellor loan. It is going to lay out exactly what the agreement was, who owes what, and who rightfully owns Chancellor Industries. This is the ultimate trump card, and it is going to force everyone in that room to shut their mouths and listen to the patriarch. But here is where my brain starts to completely short circuit, besties. What exactly is John going to say in this video? Is he going to validate Billy? Is he going to look into the camera and say, yes, Philip Chancellor defaulted on the loan, and therefore Chancellor Industries belongs to the Abbotts? If that happens, Billy is going to be so unbelievably smug that he will become completely insufferable. He will literally ascend to a higher plane of arrogance. He will look at Lily, Cain, and Adam, and he will demand that they bow down to him. And honestly, I would kind of live for that level of petty vindication. But wait, what if the video does the exact opposite? What if John Abbott's ghost video completely drags Billy? What if John says, yes, I gave Philip the loan, but I forgave the debt on my deathbed because we were friends? Or what if he says the loan was repaid in secret and Billy is just being a greedy little menace? If John Abbott reaches beyond the grave to humble Billy Boy Abbott, I will actually scream into my steering wheel. Billy's entire world would shatter. His obsession, his grandiose plans, his desperate need to be the hero, all of it destroyed by the very father he has been trying to impress. It would be a high-octane, psychological masterpiece of a breakdown. And don't even get me started on Lily's reaction. If the video proves Billy right, Lily is going to have to eat the biggest, most bitter slice of humble pie in existence. She has been fighting so hard, standing her ground, teaming up with literal villains like Adam and Cain, just to keep Billy out of the CEO chair. If John Abbott's video legally binds Chancellor to Abbott, Lily's entire legacy is going to be ripped out from under her. She will have to hand over the keys to the kingdom to the one man she currently despises the most. The humiliation, the absolute devastation, which is honestly so unhinged because Lily genuinely believes she is protecting Catherine Chancellor's legacy. But if John Abbott's video reveals a massive legal loophole, Catherine's legacy won't mean a single thing. It will be Abbott property. I can already picture Lily's face, the slow realization, the silent tears of rage. She is going to completely spiral, and I am manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update. She might actually team up with Victor Newman at that point just to burn Jabbo to the ground out of pure spite. Wait, let me just wipe the sweat off my forehead because I am physically exhausted from yelling. Did you guys hear that weird buzzing noise? I think a bee just hit my windshield. Anyway, completely irrelevant. My ADHD is showing. Let's get back to the tea. We also have to talk about Jack Abbott's role in all of this. Jack is already going through it right now. He is traumatized from being kidnapped. He is dealing with Diane's paranoia. He is dealing with Patty Williams being an absolute psycho. And now he is going to have to sit in a room and watch a video of his dead father. Jack is going to absolutely lose it. He has been the one trying to keep the peace. He has been the one debating whether or not to accept Lily's buyout offer just to make this whole nightmare go away. Jack just wants his family to stop fighting. But when John's face appears on that screen, all of Jack's unresolved grief is going to come flooding back. He is going to be a weeping mess, and I am going to be right there with him, sobbing into my ruined, charcoal-stained rug. Jack will realize that his father anticipated this exact war. John Abbott knew his children would eventually tear each other apart over money and power, so he left this video as a final, desperate attempt to parent them from beyond the grave. And honestly, besties, this is why I am so deeply invested in these people. They are like my real-life neighbors, and I am constantly peeking through the blinds to watch them ruin their own lives. Billy is so desperate for love and validation that he is willing to destroy a company. Lily is so desperate for control that she is willing to ignore the law. And John Abbott, the ultimate dad, is having to step in and put them all in timeout from the afterlife. It is giving absolute cinematic excellence. I'm calling it right now. The fallout from this video or this miraculous resurrection, if the writers are truly unhinged enough to bring John back to life, is going to change the power dynamics of Genoa City forever. If Billy wins, he will become a tyrant. He will fire everyone, he will rename the building, and he will probably ruin his relationship with Sally Spectra in the process because he will be so consumed by his own power. Sally is already terrified that he is obsessed, and this will just prove her right. If Lily wins, she is going to banish Billy to the shadow realm. she will make sure he never steps foot in a corporate boardroom ever again. She will solidify her alliance with Cain and Adam, which is a toxic trio if I have ever seen one, and she will rule Chancellor with an iron fist. Either way, someone is getting destroyed, and I am seated. I have my popcorn. I have my melting iced coffee. I am ready for the chaos. Okay, I literally need to stop recording because my phone is overheating and I think I am actually losing my voice from screaming so loud in this car. But you guys need to get in the comments right now and tell me what you think is going to happen. Is John alive? Is it a video? Is Billy going to win? Or is Lily going to crush his dreams? I am physically vibrating. My soul is buffering, and I cannot handle the gravity of these events. I love you, besties. Stay unhinged, and I will see you in the next update when this entire situation inevitably goes nuclear. Bye.